What's going on, guys? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 on the FM18 Newcastle United save. How's it going? Behind as usual, but here we are. The season's kicked off, got 3 or 4 games in. I'll get through the results in just a moment, but I think the most important thing to do right now is the new signings that what we got managed to get in over the summer. Now, as you can see, we've had a bit of fun. 69 million quid been spent. We only bought back in 27.5. but as you can see, the first signing at the top of this list is David Zappacosta from Chelsea, right-sided defence. I consider this a decent signing. I mean, it's better than what we've got in terms of, you've got Yedling and Manquillo. They were alright, they did okay, but we need a bit more quality, and I think Zappacosta is better. Oh, not quite as quick as Yedlin, granted, but overall, I think it's a decent signing, and we signed it for, like I say, 8 million quid. I don't think it's a bad sign. He doesn't seem to do bad so far. Averages 6.8 in 3 games into the season. And then, of course, the big money spent starts straight after. You may know of him. Highly rated left-sided defender, Kieran Tierney from Celtic. 22 million quid. Now, I could say that maybe I've overspent. Maybe I have. I don't know what you lot have paid for this guy if you've signed him. But I thought it was too good of a deal to pass. I think Liverpool were looking at him, and I thought, if I don't get him, I'm going to cry. So I bought him for 22 million quid, highly rated, one for the future, 21 years of age. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how far this guy can go with us. I think it's going to be a top signing. Only problem with this, if he goes down to injury, we've only got Paul Dummett, and then we're sort of lacking on the left side of defence. So really need to hope that nothing happens until January, where I'm going to look for another left-sided defender as cover. But it's a good signing. I'm excited about that. If I've overspent, let me know. I may have done that. But, I'm sort of like trigger happy. If I see a deal, I'm going to go for it. 22 million quid. That's just what I do. I just spend what I have to spend. Ante Coric, you know of him, another highly rated young player. Now, I signed Coric because I've signed him on the previous FMs, and he's always been a very good player, and I'm sure you could agree with that. But I signed him quite cheap. He's cheaper than I thought he would be. 5.25 million quid. I used to sign him a lot more than that in previous games. One for the future. I mean, great first touch, great technique. Passing could be better. So could his pace. His pace is very, very off. But again, one for the future. I think he'll be a top signing. And as I said, I've signed him on previous FMs, and he's always been a very, very good player. So I'm going to stick with him. Hopefully he can build his career here with us. And moving on, another big name signing, another player that I signed in previous FMs. I didn't record this series, but I was manager of Liverpool on a private save off the cameras, and I signed Lisandro Lopez for 19 million. But with Liverpool, I signed him a little bit less. I think it's about 15 million quid. But he's always been, he was a solid defender, central defender, and he looks to be exactly the same. Heading 17, marking 15, tackling 16. And so far, I think his average rate is about 7. So there's been some improvement already to our defence. Argentinian 8 caps. I signed him based on what I did last season with him, and I know he could be a really good signing. And I've no doubt that he'll do the job. 29 years of age, 19 million quid. But you know what? So what? Who cares? It's not my money at the end of the day. I'm only spending what they've given me. And I consider this to be a very good signing. So if you need a central defender, and you got... to be honest with you, I don't think 19 million... I think you could have... Sorry, I'll start again. I think you could have signed him less. I think we could have got him a bit less. I was a bit trigger happy with the fee once again. But he is a very good defender. And if you needed a central defender, have a look at him. You might be able to get him a lot less than what I paid for him. But so far, so good. He is a decent signing. And then, of course, a loan deal. You know who he is. Stefan El Shawari. It's going to be a fun saying his name all season. Now, I could have signed him on a permanent deal for about 7 million quid. But I thought I'll get him on loan first to see what he's all about. Stefan El Shawari, formerly of AC Milan. Got him on loan from Roma. I don't know. I don't quite know why I signed him. I just saw him on the, available for loan. The scouts say he's a good player, etc., etc. I just thought, why not? He could do a job for us. He could be a very good player for us. He can play up front as well, because I'm lacking very much in the strikers department, so he can play up front. So far, I'm going to play him on the left, which means Atsu's got a bit of competition ahead of him, which is fine. You know, we need a bit of competition. That's one thing we lacked last season, is the competition in these areas. So El Shawari on loan, possibly could sign him on a permanent deal if he impresses this season. And there we go. We've got Josh Vela from Bolton Wanderers. Now, why the hell have I signed him? First of all, it's for backup. I was lacking in the central midfield department. I didn't realise that. I think we only got Shelby, Marino, Sturaro in the midfield. We've got Hayden as well. But I needed another centre midfield. Now, I looked at him. He was for sale from Bolton because they got relegated. Now, Josh Vela. I know the reason I signed Josh Vela, because if you kept in touch with my non-lethal legend series last season, I was Bolton, and Vela was a hero. He featured every game for us, and he was a hero. And I thought, based on that reputation, ruled in my heart on this occasion, and I signed him because he's a very good player, and he is only just a backup option, and he's 22 grand a week, 7.5 million. And to be honest with you, he's 24 years of age. He's still got chances to improve his game. So he might be a very surprise signing for us. So watch this space. Not expected to feature every single game, but I am expecting him to feature in some games. So yeah, just see how it goes. Just give him a chance. And of course, a couple of signs. We've got Lautaro Martinez. Now, again, one for the signing. Looks a very, very good player. 21 years of age, finishing 15, pace 14. This guy's got it all, basically. The only problem is I can't play him because of his work permit situation. So I've got to find a club for him in Europe to obtain a work permit. I'm not quite fully understanding the whole work permit situation. I've got to read up on it. But I know if I send him to certain countries, it either takes 3 seasons or something, or maybe 5 for him to obtain a work permit, which that's not good for us. So I'm hoping we could find somewhere where he won't need to spend that long. I guess it also depends on the nation that he plays for. Obviously, he's Argentinian, and they're the top 50, ranking at the top. Actually, shouldn't take that long. Hopefully, I may have read that wrong. If anyone could enlighten me on that, that'd be brilliant. So I'm hoping this pulls off. I signed him for £5 million from Racing Club, and he looks a prospect. He really does, and I'm hoping we'll be able to get a work permit sorted out for him and get him in the team as soon as we can. And Marlos Marino on loan from Manchester City. The only reason why I signed him because I've got a striker problem. I'm very, very, like I said, I'm lacking in the strikers department. So signed him as a backup for Manchester City on loan. He can play anywhere in the midfield. That's handy to know. But he can play up front. He's just come out of injury as well. He got injured in his first game. So hopefully that is not going to be a problem. And on the outgoings then, well, as you can see, we sold Joselu for 1.1. I'm not going to go through every single one. Don't worry. I'm just going to point out the ones, the main names. So Joselu's gone to Watford, 1.1 million quid. He didn't really impress me, to be fair. I'm not going to miss him. Mohamed Diarmi, glad to get rid of him. Should have got more money for him, but I sold him to Huddersfield just for over 500k. Kieran Clark, again, may have jumped the gun with him. Maybe I should have kept him for this season, but 6.5 million gone to Bournemouth. Jack Colback, the leader, well, as I consider the leader of this club, he's gone to Celtic. He actually went the same time as Tierney, so it's like they've gone the other way. So Colback's gone to Celtic. Dwight Gale has sold to Swansea for 10 million quid. I'm starting to regret that because I'm very, like I say, the strikers, I messed up big time. I should have focused on getting a striker in straight away. So he's gone. But I still got a bit of a cold as well. This cold just does not disappear. I've had it for a good couple of weeks or so now. So I apologise for all the sniffing and coughing as we go along. So anyway, Dwight Gale's gone for 10 million to Swansea. Matt Sells was on loan last season, came back. I sold him straight away to Benfica. Yeah, to Benfica. So yeah, he's gone to that club for 4.5 million. Perhaps a bit too cheap, actually, considering. But there you go. It is what it is. He's gone. Akif Lazar, I might have got his first name wrong there. He's gone to Russia for 3.8 million quid. And there you go. So they're the major outgoings. And there's our signings. So let me know what you think. Have I made some decent signings there? Should I have done better? Obviously, I should have done better in the strikers area. But let me know in the comments. Now then, if you look at the squad, you will see we've got some injuries going on. Lopez, which is a big blow for us. I think he'll be back in 2 days. It's fine. We've got Everton today at home. You may see Adam Armstrong up front. Now, Armstrong was on loan to Bolton last season, and he has been. And to be honest with you, I want to feature some of the young players we've got in our team. So I'm going to stick with Adam Armstrong. I was planning on using him anyway, even if it was this season or the season next. I just don't see the benefit of loaning him back out to teams like Bolton, etc. I'd rather use him here because I think he's got potential to be a very, very good player. Again, a player that I signed on previous FMs with different clubs. I remember I was Nottingham Forest in FM18, and I took over when they were in League One or something, and I signed him on loan on a payment deal. He became a great player. It was a cracking striker. There's potential there for him. So I'm hoping it'll be the same case. He's quick. He's 16, finishing 14. He's got potential. I think he'll be a very, very good player for us. I want to develop him, and so you will see Adam Armstrong featuring a lot this season. And the tactics sort of changed. I've decided to go with the attacking three. You've got El Shawari, Koric, and Ritchie, and we've got Marino, Storaro midfield, and Armstrong up front on his own. Got Tierney and Mbemba. Mbemba's going to change him to, there we go, that's better. We've still got Mbemba and Lascelles in defence, and Zappa Costa on the right. Mbemba coming in for the injured Lissandro Lopez as well. Freddie Woodman on the bench because Rob Elliott, who's just come back from injury. I might leave Woodman on the bench actually. Again, with Woodman, another situation. He's a player that I'd like to see out there, so you may see him featuring. So that's the whole thing. I want to try to get some of the youth players into this team. So we've got him on the bench, and so far then, let's see what's been going on with the schedule. Well, it's not the best of starts. Pre-season was okay, but it's not been that great. But to be fair, it's a pretty tough start actually. Man United, we lost 1-0. I think they scored right at the end. We didn't do too bad, obviously 1-0. We drew 1-1 with Tottenham. We were losing at home, and Matt Ritchie equalised. We just beat Burton in the League Cup 3-1. It was decent work. El Shawari, Koric, and Mitrovic on the score sheet, and we just lost to West Ham 2-1 away. So we haven't won a game this season. We've gained 1 point. We're 15th in the table. So we need to get our backsides into gear and start pulling off some results. So on today's episode, we've got Everton at home, Sheffield Wednesday away. We need to start getting some results. Enough talking. Let's get right to it. Let's kick things off against Everton. Okay, so we're going to need a response from the last game against West Ham United. We didn't record it, obviously. We need to get a result. We need to end our poor start to the season. That's going to be the message today. End this poor run of form. There you go. Listen what the assistant says. Not much of a reaction, but there you go. How much of a boost is Schindler's absence to your chances? There's more than one player on the pitch. That's going to be my answer to every time they ask that question. That is going to be my answer all the time. But anyway, we're kicking things off against Everton. We need a result. Can we get something today, perhaps? We'll see. It'd be nice to see a performance from Armstrong, etc. In particular. Oh, he hit the post. Jesus, thought it was going to be 1-0 to Everton. I was going to say, in particular, El Shawari. It'd be nice to see him. Because he's still quite a good player, isn't he? I mean, he was all right at AC Milan a while ago. So I'm just I wonder if he could sort of get his career back on track. He could be a cult hero here at St. James's Park. We'll see. You know, I have managed to, get players who are on a decline back up again. And what a shot that was by Storaro. I've worked with players in the past that sort of, been on a decline, like I just said, and getting back to where they should be. So hopefully I can do the same with El Shawari. this season. We'll see. I don't think it's a risk at all. It's a loan deal. Could work well in our favour, hopefully. But one of the players to watch this season is certainly the £22 million signing Kieran Tierney. See how far he can progress this season. I'm not expecting to put in world-class performances straight away, you know. I'm not that demanding. But so far, it's, I would say, judging by the stats, it's all us. It's 0-0 at half-time. I'm going to leave it to the assistant on this one. Because usually that works. Let the assistant do the half-time talk. That's what I find. We need a goal. And a goal right now would be nice. El Shawari and Armstrong not quite doing the business at the minute. That could well change. But I haven't got a striker really. Because I think Mitrovic is out injured. So we could see Marino pop on shortly. If nothing else changes. We could see Atsu come on, really. Because El Shawari's not... he's not doing anything, really. Koric is alright, 6.6. Tierney's on 7.1. The defence is doing okay-ish. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just put Atsu on. Atsu can be a game changer. I hope that's what I'm going to try and use him for this season. Because I don't know what's happened to El Shawari. He's not doing very well at all at the minute. So Christian Atsu's coming on. We're going to leave Armstrong on for the time being. Everton have already made 3 changes already. Right then, here comes Richie. Loses the ball straight away. That's terrible. Right, let's get it back up there, Lascelles. Here we go. Marino, turn. Oh, it's terrible. What an awful pass that is from Marino. And they find Clyson. It's a penalty. Oh, for God's sake. And it's, what's that? Is this going to be a red? No, it's just a talk to you. I thought for a second it was the last man. I didn't quite see the highlights there. But it's a penalty to Everton. 73 minutes in. Oh, for a bad ball from Marino to make this happen. It's 1-0 to Everton. What were you thinking, Marino? What a terrible pass that was. You know, just for that, you're coming off. I'm sick and tired of the stupidity of some of these players. That was just an awful ball. Right, Shelby, you coming on? This would be a blow, really, to lose this game. Zappa Costa not playing very well either. Well, this is look at that, 13 shots as opposed to have 6, and we're not finishing them. Oh man. Well, this is a bad result, and I pin the blame on not only Zappa Costa, but I blame Marino for that bad pass. It was cheap. It was stupid. He should have made a simple pass, and it led to them getting the penalty and getting the goal. So the pair of them are clowns today. There we go. We've lost to Everton. Marvellous. What a terrible result that is. And I tell you what, if I don't turn this around, the things will go bad to worse for me. That is awful. Far from pleased with that. We need to turn it around. We've got Sheffield Wednesday next. That's Tierney got man of the match. There you go. It's a positive, I suppose. But other than that, it is a bad result. We've got to turn it around and get Sheffield Wednesday. If we don't beat Sheffield Wednesday, my job could be on the line for this. That's the thing I need to worry about, actually. Because we start getting results soon, I don't think the board are going to want to stick with me much longer. Well, so far it's very secure, so let's not panic just yet. But anyway, let's move on to Sheffield Wednesday. Right then, going to the second game against Sheffield Wednesday, we need a result, and as you can see, the formation's a bit, what the hell is going on there? But I have used this formation in previous FMs, and it always seems to have worked. It's not pretty, but it does work. I'm hoping it works now. So we've got Rob Elliott in goal, we've got Lissandro Lopez and Jamal Lascelles in defence, we've got Tierney and Zappa Costa on the attacking wing-backs, Shelvey, Sturaro. We've got Richie playing behind Mitrovic, Armstrong and El Shawari. I'm hoping this works. Like I say, it's messy, so it's a bit of a creativity sort of madness going on here. So let's hope it works, because we need a result. I'm going to hand this over to the assistant. Let him do the talk today. Do you know what? I hate these questions. I just hate these questions. Oh, I don't care. Don't care. You're not having a proper answer out of me. I'm only interested in getting a result. And I'm hoping this bloody works. Because it'll just be embarrassing otherwise. But it has worked before. You haven't seen me ever use this formation since I've started recording these episodes, but I have used it in the past and it has worked. So there's a lot of thought gone into it. Richie, still back to Richie, it hit the crossbar. Whether it's going to work when they come out as an attack, we don't know. But we'll soon find out. But so far, my signings have not been impressive. Here comes El Shawari, finds Sturaro, and it's 1-0. There you go. There you go. So far, so good. It's 1-0. Stefano Sturaro scores his first goal of the season. And, good ball by Sturaro. Picks him up. I can't say his name. It's Shawari. El Shawari. Oh, why? I'm gonna struggle with that name. I really am gonna struggle with that name. Right, come on, let's get going. We're a bit slow. Right, here goes Tierney. Finds Armstrong. And it's a penalty. Yes, it is a penalty. And I think it's going to be... Of course, it's going to be Richie, isn't it? Richie is the penalty taker. Right. Can we go 2-0 up? Call him Richie. Don't let me down. 2-0. There you go. I don't know what were they complaining about anyway. You clearly took the guy out. He was clearly tripped. I'm not being biased about it, but he was tripped. But it's 2-0 to Newcastle. I'm not getting too excited just yet. It's too early in the game for that. Come on, let's get another goal. Let's just pile on the misery. And okay. This is where the test begins. We've got to be wary of counter attacks. There you go. That's the only worry. If they get counter attacks, we're going to get affected big time. But luckily that wasn't the case. And we've still got a little green box saying Matt Ritchie will take the penalty. That has been and gone. We are 2-0 up. Coming up to half time. It's another corner. It's not a very good one. Mitrovic finds Shelvey to Richie. Shawari. Here comes Mitrovic again. Shelvey's going to strike it. Surely, what a goal by John Joe Shelvey. It's 3-0 before half time. So far, so good. The formation seems to be doing the job. We're attacking like crazy. That's what I like to see. And we've still got this little bar. How do you get rid of this bar that says Matt Ritchie will take the penalty? We know he's taking the penalty. Might disappear at half time. Or not. Or it might now, it might. Okay, so... What do you mean? What's happened here? Why are they all disinterested? Disinterested? You're doing well. You're doing bloody well here, guys. Keep it up. Don't go out there disinterested. Right, can we do more of the same, please? We're more attacking. Here comes Tierney to Mitrovic. And no one there. Mitrovic seems to be having a good time there at the minute. He's on 6.9. He's getting involved a lot. He may well have a future here. He may well be a top player. This formation might suit him. We've got 14 shots so far. 7 on target. 3 goals ahead. May have stumbled onto something here, chaps. Because it's all been us at the minute. Sturaro finds Richie. Zappa Costa gets the ball in. Armstrong scores his first. Is that his first goal of the season? Oh, it's offside. Oh, it was good play as well. Unlucky, Adam Armstrong. Shelby heads it away. Matt Ritchie, though, he has been trained now to play in the centre, so that's a good thing. He seems to work pretty well there, given from last season. So, and of course they've scored. Of course they've got to score. Give us something to think about at least. So it's 3-1. Tierney, that was bad. That was just a terrible clearance by Tierney, really. And what were the defence? What were they doing? They were like having a little chat on the line there. Don't mess this up for yourselves now. I don't have a striker on the bench. Just realised I've got them all out. So I don't know what can Coric do? Can Coric do anything? Can he play up front? No, he can only play in attacking mid. I'm not going to take Ritchie off for that. And these two are doing very well. Tierney's on a yellow card. Zappacosta at 6.9. Yeah, you see, Yedlin's got pace. He may well suit this. If I take Zappacosta off, Yedlin could benefit from this. He's quick. He's super quick on that wing. He's quicker than Zappacosta, that's for sure. I don't know what Girard was thinking there. Good ball to Tierney. Even though we're 3-1 up, I'm still nervous. Shelby, don't mess around. Ritchie fights El Shawari. Oh. Was it a sitter? Not a good save to me. Shawari. Oh, it was like pinball. A pinball in the box. You know, a wild deflection that would have been. Right, we're coming to sort of the late stages of the game. I think what I might do, this is very stupid. I don't know. I mean, I don't like the fact that Tierney's on a yellow card. Let's just do it. Dummett's got quite a... He can do a job. It's just... I can't risk getting on sent off. That is, especially this time again. We need Tierney out there. We need to concentrate now, guys. Oh no! Look at this! Look at the space! Look at the space! How much space does he need? It's 3-2. Oh, come on! Not like this. Don't do this to me. Just end this game. Don't do this now. Oh no! They're gonna break. Oh, they're gonna break. Yedlin, just hold the ball. Clear it up, hold the ball. Mitrovic, hold the ball. That's what you do. You're good at doing that. No, you're not. You're not doing that. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Oh, squeaky bum sound that was. And there you go, we won. Thank God for that. Well, it's not perfect, the formation. But it's effective, as you can see by the stats. 19 shots. We've given it a go. But that was ridiculous to concede that time of the game. But we managed to win our first game of the season. I'm not happy with that performance there. Don't get confused. That was terrible. We should have put this game to bed in the second half. So I'm not happy with that. We just let ourselves down. But anyway, the main thing is we've won. We've won our first game of the season. We're up to 13. Now I hope we can kickstart and get some results. So that being said, guys, let's see what's the next set of games. We've got Norwich in the Cup. We've got Swansea at home. We've got Arsenal at home. Champions Arsenal. That's going to be a tough game. So we're going to play for these set of games. So the next episode, we're probably going to show Burnley and Stoke. Depending, that could change. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. So, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment. But more importantly, hit that subscribe button. It's good to be back. Hope to be back very, very soon. Which hopefully you'll see a couple of more greens on the board. But until then, take it easy, guys. Bye for now.